Hey guys, this is Crispy here. Just wanted to, record my thoughts on XDefiant here. I've been playing it for quite a bit some time, and I wanted to give my impressions after watching a few of the reviews on it and kind of give my own personal opinion on it. I've seen a lot of people talk about XDefiant being this Call of Duty killer. Is it gonna, overtake Call of Duty? Is it gonna replace the arena shooter of that? And I don't think that that's necessarily the case. I think XDefiant right now in its current state is a good alternative to Call of Duty, but I think the best way I can describe XDefiant right now is almost like a throwback Thursday kind of feeling. This kind of gameplay kind of harkens back to old school Call of Duty. You're talking about like Modern Warfare 1, Black Ops 1 kind of gameplay feel, sensation when you play. You know, when I play this game, it reminds me when I get off of school, when I come home in the 360 era, where I would just hop onto Xbox Live, play Halo or Call of Duty Black Ops with some friends for a couple hours, and it really gives that casual sense of playing the game, whether it's kind of random, whether you're going to win or you're going to lose, and it doesn't feel like it's too sweaty. I don't know if that's related to SBMM or skill-based matchmaking. I haven't played any of the new Call of Duties personally because I feel like I understand what the formula is when it comes to Call of Duty, and I don't necessarily want to have to constantly pay $60 a month just to play that kind of sensation. Maybe back in the day when I didn't know how to do PC gaming and I was strictly on console, I would pay that, plus also pay for Xbox Live. I would have to convince my parents to do that. But now that I've gotten older and that I have my own income and I play on PC, it's a little bit more differently. Well, according to the title here, will XDefiant make it? I don't know. The important thing is right now is the best way going back, it describes how, Halo went free to play with multiplayer. You guys remember when Halo Infinite first dropped its multiplayer, it was considered free to play. Everybody got hyped on it because it's a fresh new Halo. It was free to play for everybody to download. It still had the same sensation as playing like a Call of Duty, or it felt like it was playing like Halo as if you were playing like from Halo 3 back in the 360 era, and with, some new graphical improvements. However, the one thing I think that Halo Infinite struggled with was the fact that there was a lack of content when it initially came out. Yes, they still had some of the core matchmaking in there. I believe they had the Team Slayer, they had the big team battle, they had some of the objective-based games, right? But that can only last you for so long. And eventually Halo fell off, and it had a hard time trying to, recoup the fan base. It mainly stayed with like some of the hardcore community. And over time, eventually with games like Tactical Slayer and some more ranked and extra content being released, it eventually started to regrow itself and regrow its community again. I think this is a case where XDefiant is kind of currently sitting at. So XDefiant has just released, I'd say it's been maybe about a week or so, and it already had some hype and some steam going into it, right? And I can see, it's broken records like 8 million players within the first week or something like that. And that's really good. But in terms of longevity, especially since this game looks like it's poised to be obviously a live service game, the important part is how is Ubisoft going to continue to evolve and support more content to keep the community active. One of the things I looked at is how Halo Infinite kind of boxed itself into a corner because it was considered such like a space shooter, and it had to be the serious tone space shooter for a while. And it wasn't until more recently when I looked at it that it began to kind of loosen the restraints on the type of theming behind that. It's kind of also similar to like how you look at something like Fortnite, where Fortnite kind of loosened the restrictions on what is considered canon, if you will, or something that's related to the story or in that regard. I see that XDefiant might come into issues like with that, just because it is an amalgamation of Ubisoft titles. You've got your Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, you've got Watch Dogs, you've got Far Cry. So the question then becomes, it's like, okay, you kind of set yourself in a very loose foundation, lore wise, and it really is being catered as more of an arcadey shooter. Does it have the potential to continue to develop content? And I think that there is a potential there, but Ubisoft did back themselves into a corner where they kind of strictly only put their properties on it. I would say it's not too generic that it gets blown away in the dust like some random Call of Duty knockoff. But I think that in comparison to like something like Fortnite, it is loose enough that, you know, inserting and adding characters and content into a battle pass or a season would make sense because it's not intended to be taken so seriously in terms of lore or whatever it may be. I think the other thing that I'm concerned about in terms of content, and this might already show signs of that, is that I was comparing the battle pass and seeing, like, as a consumer, what exactly would I want to buy from it. I looked at some of the content, and a majority of it obviously is reskins, but there does not seem to be a lot of, I guess the one thing I would say is that the content in the battle pass does not seem to look very promising, as I did not really feel like there was a lot of skins or items that made me feel like I was cool or feel like it was gonna look awesome on my, you know, gun or anything like that. It still, I think, needs to be developed and add some visual flair to it. I mean, if you look at Fortnite, for example, going back, Fortnite they still do have their dancing skins and all that, so, and their dancing animations. Even though that does not necessarily add to the gameplay itself, it obviously became a very popular thing and a very iconic thing for the franchise. The other equivalent would be something like Valorant or a CSGO or CS2 in this regard, where the skins look so cool or the animations look so cool that you want to buy those packs, or you want to buy the battle pass to unlock those things. And it needs to add, I don't know, necessarily that attractive feature into it to keep the content flowing for the consumer. And that's about it for my XDefiant little review ramble here. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this content, please drop a like on this, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys think about XDefiant. Okay, thanks, bye.